when you go out on a date with one boy, but then you come home and you cry about another boy?
I'm not surprised.
I have an electric scooter? How cool. You better have a Porsche or a Tesla. Your mattress is on the ground. Metro. Why don't you have a bed frame, weirdo? You're a cashier at Menchie's? I love frozen yogurt. I only date CEOs or the head of the mob.
So how do we go about fixing that?
We cry.
No, we don't cry. We put ourselves out there, and then what?
Then we cry.
No.
I will say, though, the best time to date is immediately after a very painful breakup, because your standards are so low. Oh, after I broke off my engagement, I was like, wow, all I want to do is make out with someone who hasn't seen me crying in the tub. Like, that's all I wanted. I just wanted a fresh one who didn't know I was crazy to come in like, you're not like other girls. I'm like, not yet.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, we are going to be responding to a Manosphere video titled Women Over 35 Hitting the Wall Hard, number 29. So guys, don't forget to go and subscribe to Manosphere before we jump into today's episode. And without further ado, let's just take a listen. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
TikTok, I'm so over it. Once. But what? I would just love to be wrong about a person, especially when that person is someone I like. You know, when you have those situations, when you're seeing someone and the energy's changed, everything's changed, and you know it's changed. You know it's changed. But you speak to your friends about it and they go, oh, it's just your anxiety. You're thinking about it too much. We know this person likes you. And you're sitting there being like, I don't think they do. And then you find out that, in fact, they don't like you. They never did. They didn't find a romantic connection, but they want to be your friend. What am I doing wrong? It'd be really nice to go into 2023 and have someone like me back. Like, I don't know what that feels like. I haven't had that in a while, but it looks really amazing. So, God, I am your strongest soldier, but I do not want that mission.
Why is it so hard for women to understand that after a certain age, dating is way harder? I showed you guys in my videos hundreds of clips of women complaining about dating, but they just don't want to understand. They just don't want to learn.
I'd also add on top of that, that a lot of these girls who are complaining about dating, they're complaining about it, you know, double as much when they hit 35, but they still sucked at dating beforehand. Like, if you can't find a boyfriend from the time you're, I don't know, 18, 19, 20, all the way up till 35, and you're still complaining about dating, it says a lot more about the women than it does about the men.
Desperate to find the one and being so sad that I was single, to being 32 on my own, happier than I've ever been, and feeling so fulfilled in my life.
So happy, guys, and yet she's making TikToks about how she's alone at 32.
The short answer is that I finally chose to be consciously single for a period of time. Not just single because I hadn't met somebody yet, but single like I'm off the market, I'm not dating, while I work on my inner world and my relationship with myself.
That woman, this woman that just played this clip, is just huffing straight copium in order to make this video. Guys, when girls get to like 30 years of age and they say things like, man, I'm just taking some time for myself, I'm not going to rush into anything, you know, I need to work on the relationship that I have with myself, I'm doing my healing, blah, blah, blah. All that it really means is that I can't get the man that I want to commit to me. Okay, so I'm going to guise it as healing. You see, these girls could have a relationship with a kind, caring man who would provide for them and care for them. But the guys who are stable, they're boring. The guys who are stable, maybe he's not jacked and going to the gym every day, you know, barring a rest day, right? And so they'll stay single at 32 years of age and make TikToks about how happy they are inside.
I'll get bored and download a dating app. I'll last for like 1 to 3 days. It's just too many people to sift through. Like, where is the efficiency? Like, where's the app that will allow me to just upload pictures of my type? And I feel like every time we sign in, we should be required to define the mood we're in. Like, oh, I'm feeling like a bad day and I'm looking for the duo in my power couple. Or I'm feeling a little blue and I just really want some nice combo and cuddles.
Right, so You have thousands of men at your fingertips at any given point in time thanks to dating applications, but it's still not enough for you and you still can't find what you want. This is the equivalent of someone who has just like storages upon storages of food and then just can't decide what to eat. You know, they've got absolutely everything in their cupboards, and yet they will complain to people saying, man, you know, there's nothing to eat. Or you have a Netflix subscription, okay, you've got a Disney Plus subscription, whatever other stupid crap is out there now. You have all of these subscriptions, and yet you're complaining there's nothing to watch and that things should be easier for you. This is the most entitled crap. Like, this kind of attitude, guys, is so incredibly entitled that I don't think that, you know, this girl probably doesn't even realize how privileged she is.
Maybe I'm feeling a little wild. And all I want is a guy with tattoos and a motorcycle. And the app should then filter your selection of matches based on the mood that you're in. It's just easier to reference back to. It would probably be useful in helping you identify the patterns of the partners that you pick when you're in self-destruct mode. Oh, and exes should be allowed to leave reviews.
Yeah, ma'am, you shouldn't be allowed to criticize how anything in society is constructed at all. I'm just gonna leave that there.
To that first woman, can you see, guys, the mental gymnastics she has to tell herself each day just to feel better because she can't find the man?
What to do if your man asked you to break up? There's only one way that you can react to postpone this or make him change his mind. If you don't know me, I'm Lauren Sugihara, intuitive love priestess to the stars.
What? Nah, guys, like, sometimes when I watch videos like these, and then, you know, you hear stupid crap all the time, but that has to be a new level. She's intuitive love priestess to the stars. You know what? I'll take it. Anything's better than dating coach, but that's still insane.
Stars.
I am one of those women who are not crying, but out here upset and mad. You know why? Because society said, you know what? Get your degree, become a lawyer, become a doctor, and you know what? Life is fulfilled. No. What happens is you get a degree. I'm a lawyer. Some are doctors and some are nurses. And we're women who are in high power, and men literally belittle us, even though we have great degrees. And then men don't want us because, you know what, we're smarter than them.
No, the reason why men don't want you, ma'am, is because of your attitude. And I'll add this on top. Just because you're a lawyer, okay, or you're a doctor or whatever, men are not attracted to power. Like, men don't date you because of your position as a lawyer. You think dudes are out here looking for girlfriends and they see a girl on an application, right? And, like, our ears don't prick up in the same way that women's do when you hear lawyer or doctor. But hey, congratulations to you, madam. You have made it in the corporate force. Now enjoy working yourself until you're 70 years of age and being unable to have kids. That is what you chose.
And then beyond that, men like to say, oh, you know what? You're just too much of a aggressor, or you're too manly of a woman. We want a softer woman. What? Does this make any sense? Why can't you just be a greater man?
Yeah, guys, so the woman doesn't have to change, okay? That's like, guys, imagine, this is the equivalent, okay? What this woman is describing is the equivalent of me going into a store, and let's just say, I don't know, I want to buy some pastry, like a pie, right? I go in there, and the cashier says, okay, yeah, one pie, here you go, that'll be X amount of dollars. And I'm just like, you know what? I'd prefer to pay in something else. Do you take grass? No, we do not take women like this. We do not accept this form of payment, madam. It's really weird to me, guys, how, like, society will accept every one of these women's standards. You know, he's got to be tall, make a lot of money, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You go, queen. You get pats on the back. But the moment a man says, hey, I want a girl who's kind, then all of a sudden, like, everybody, you know, to quote the Joker meme, right? Everyone just loses their minds over it.
I love cats. I love every kind of cat. Sorry, I really love cats.
Oh, I can tell.
I just want to hug all of them, but I can't, because that's crazy. I can't hug every cat.
What the hell is this?
I want to.
To that first woman, if she says that she's a love priestess to the stars, run, guys, run. And the second woman, she turned into the man that she wants to date. If you're masculine, ma'am. We don't want to date another guy. We don't want to compete with you. We want a feminine woman.
What about the big question, though? How many of these people you went on dates with did you cry over?
I only cried over one, and I was actually very, very surprised to go back and realize that I never cried over the disco ball.
I mean, I think that's mostly because of the brutal ending on that one.
I do think that that's why I didn't cry over him. I cried a whole lot this year, just only over one dude in particular.
On to the next. There's always another bust.
On to 2023. Hopefully more kissing and less crying.
But yeah, I didn't hear from him like all last week, and he left on Sunday. But I'm like operating under the if he wants to, he will mentality instead of trying to chase after someone. Because it's been almost a year since our initial meeting, in person at least. But it's a bummer. It's a big bummer. Because, I don't know. I would wait for him. I would be committed to him if he were committed, even trying. It's frustrating because he said, oh yeah, I'll prove to you that like I want to be with you, I'll do all these things, and then we saw each other once and then texted that rest of that first week. Then I didn't hear from him at all. I texted him on Sunday night maybe, just saying I hope you got back to the East Coast okay, I hope you had a good holiday. And he texted me back like, oh thanks, I got back, sorry we couldn't hang again, I got busy with my family. Like, I want to understand and be understanding about that because he was here to see family, but like couldn't text me at least. But I don't want to do this anymore. I just feel like I'm gonna be alone forever. And it's just hormones and like seeing all these people announcing all these happy fun things. Anyway, I don't know if I'll post this or keep it up. Okay, bye.
So she sees all of her friends having successful, happy relationships or other women around her. Meanwhile, she's still out here chasing men who don't want her. Guys, like the funniest part about this video is where she says, oh, I'm going to be alone forever. Maybe that's just the way it's supposed to go for me or whatever. But the truth is, so this woman could find a boyfriend, she could find a long-term partner, some guy to care for her. But she's spending her time chasing guys who don't care. If you use any ounce of common sense, guys, this is why you watch what people do, not what they say. It'll save you a lot of time. If this woman had common sense, she would know immediately that the guy wasn't interested in anything serious with her. You see, but like girls want to pass it off as though it's so perplexing and so confusing and men are just lying. Yeah, chances are the man is lying, but it's very obvious to see. You just don't want to see it because you want to continue to chase him.
Ma'am, he just wanted to smash. He was there for the holidays and wanted to have fun. That's all. It's not complicated. What I don't understand is why women want to post every detail of their personal life online on TikTok.
Ah, yes, the piano.
Live your life, do whatever makes you happy. I am so incredibly grateful that I get to live in my very own apartment in LA, living my best life. Literally just like, what? I mean, sometimes I get sad about being single, sometimes. But the biggest lie that the media has tried to sell us is that women are no good after they're 30 and that they should be, you know, married before then.
If you want something so bad, you better know why you want it and how much it's going to cost to get it. And if you don't, honey, you ain't never getting it. And even if you do, this kind of delusion, that this is not reality, this is not majority of people in the United States. You're going to be single for the rest of your life. You're going to have a lot of girlfriends telling you, oh, honey, queen, just wait. You're going to be 75. They're going to be like, oh, honey, queen, just wait. He's just around the corner. At 75, you're still going to be waiting for that man that don't exist. Good luck, ladies.
It's funny how they all want a man, but they never tried to understand what men want and how men think. How can you want a man if you can't understand men?
On Bumble day 19. He canceled the second date. Hi, I'm Gabriella. I'm 30. I'm single. 2023 is all about being juicy. Miss Nova's going to the vet.
Every time, man. Every time it's cats.
I'm processing. Now listen, it's not like I'm head over heels, okay? It's not it. But I have like this heartburn feeling. Is that normal? You guys, I've been single for over 5 years. I've taken time to learn about myself, how to be my best, and hopefully attract an aligned man. So
She's been chasing dudes who don't want her for 5 years. Guys, please do not, like, believe in this lie that a lot of people will say, particularly women. They'll say, you know, I've been single for 5 years, okay? I've been working on myself, doing my inner healing, or whatever other woo-woo bullcrap, like, language that they choose to use in the moment. Don't believe that they're actually really single. Like, they are, but they're still going out there and having their fun with random dudes. If you think that for the past 5 years, this woman hasn't had a relationship and she's been, you know, reading the Bible every evening, you are out of your damn mind, my friend. Absolutely out of your mind.
So right now I'm doing that momentum, dating, being comfortable around men again.
Yeah, because what better way to date, right, than have a roster of dudes at the same time? I can't imagine why a man would not want to commit to... Here's the thing. If you're a girl and you're dating multiple dudes at the same time, yeah, you can get some dude, like, even past the age of 30, there are still going to be dudes who want to get with you. No matter what age you are as a woman, there's always going to be some dude that's interested in you, okay? But if you're dating a whole bunch of dudes at the same time, any man who respects himself, which is one of the base criteria for you to like him, any man who respects himself is not going to want to date you. Why? Because you're dating multiple other dudes at the same time. Why would he ever take you seriously?
I'm used to things like this maybe happening, just enjoying the moment and human connection. It sucks. The immature part of me is like, you didn't want to go. You should have just canceled. And then he couldn't have. It's not the point. And I hear these thoughts and that's blow them away. That's not who I want to be. I want to give things a chance.
Are you feeling sad after your situationship ended? And you kind of feel like, you know what? It's been some time. Like, I shouldn't still feel this way. I shouldn't still be upset about it. You're invalidating your own feelings. It's okay that maybe weeks or months later, you're still kind of hurt by that.
Yeah, months after you get with a Chad, you're still thinking about it. Imagine, guys, like, imagine for a moment this woman has a situationship, okay, and 6 months down the line, a dude is willing to give her a relationship, but she's still out there thinking about the dude that she was with previously. Isn't that insane? Like, you'll have girls who aren't even in a relationship with a guy, and yet they'll be scarred by him, and then continue that into any subsequent relationship they have. That is insane. And a lot of them always think that they're still entitled to that quality of man, because typically it's a guy who's either quite attractive or has a lot of money or whatever it is that she's looking for, typically a good-looking man, you know, and she'll still feel as though she's entitled to that quality of guy because she had him for some time, and she's going to carry that into her next relationship. So even if she gets a husband or a long-term guy who actually cares about her, he's boring. He's not the same standard. I want to go out there and find better because I deserve better, is the motto.
You're still upset. Can I challenge you that maybe what you miss is the idea of them? Sure, maybe you miss them as a person too, but...
No, you don't. Like, guys, I want to make this very clear. When women are chasing bad boys, they don't actually care about these men, by the way. Like, absolutely not. They usually care about, one, the validation or lack thereof that they're receiving because it's addicting. Because most men will validate women, so a lot of these girls are chasing men who don't validate them. They're chasing the validation. They couldn't care less about you, dude. Like, it's really weird to me how I'll see a lot of these things play out, and, like, guys get it in their head that, oh, you know, this one really... Nope. She's just chasing the validation from you. That's number one. And number two, if she's getting with you because of how you look, again, she doesn't care about you. She's just going to replace you, as she did the previous dude, with the one that looks better than you in the future anyway. So this whole idea that you actually care about the bad boys you're chasing or any dudes that, you know, you're out there chasing, absolutely not.
For the most part, maybe you missed the idea.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Yes, ma'am, you are right. Keep feeling sorry for yourself and keep feeling sorry because you lost Chad and become an alpha widow.
I'm going to start posting TikTok videos of my after 40 dating experiences. You are not going to believe some of this stuff. Unbelievable. So, first story, here we go. Been seeing a guy for about 3 weeks, texting on a regular basis, every day, hanging out, great times, great conversations, and then no text messages, nothing for like 24 hours. So I'm freaking out. I care. I'm reaching out. Nothing. No response.
Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
I started talking to a guy a couple of weeks ago, just casually. And
Why are you casually talking to men at your age? I don't know how old this woman is, but the caption is, before we jump into it, it says, "Tired of dating." Ma'am, you shouldn't be dating. This is something that should have been done decades ago at your point.
we started talking more this week, the last few days, and he lives in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and I was gonna be going down there this weekend on my way to Little Rock to see a friend, and we made plans to go out. And so we're talking today, and he says, you know, I don't really want to wait till Friday to see you. And I said, well, just come up here today, you know, just being very casual about it. And he said, you mean it? And I said, yeah, like I mean it. His parents live here. I live in Des Moines. And he says, I'm going to then. And I was super excited. We talked for just hours while he was getting his stuff together. And, you know, he sent me a screenshot of his GPS. He was getting ready to leave, and I was like, well, send me another one. You were halfway there, because I was going to make a TikTok about it. And we talked all the way. Then he called me. It's 6 hours. And he called me and he said, well, I'm halfway there. And I was like, all right, will you send me the snapshot so I can do the TikTok? And he goes, yeah. And I never heard from him again. And he blocked me. And this has been going on for 2 days. Or 3 days. But all day today. Like, I went to the grocery store. I bought all this stuff to cook for him. And, I mean, I just don't get it.
900-9099-CRY.
Guys, that is the end of today's episode. You know, whenever I see these videos that people post of them just sniffling the entire time, it's really hard to have empathy. I mean, not that I would have empathy for her situation anyway, but it's honestly more aggravating than anything else because they are choosing to do it for attention. You can't just handle your problems by yourself. You have to jump on TikTok at Lord knows what age to complain about it to strangers on the internet. That to me is absolutely insane. Guys, we're going to be leaving it there. Remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. And as always, guys, don't forget to take care of yourselves. And I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace. Yo, what is going on, guys? Past Taylor here. Just want to say thank you if you made it to the end of today's episode, and also to say a little bit of an announcement. We are going to be recruiting more members to Fiend Gang, so if this is something that interests you, you want to be a content creator, make sure you check out the link in the video description. It's going to be somewhere near the top. There's one for a creator application, and then also if you're someone who makes music, if you make beats, we're also looking for someone who can make beats for the channel as well. So if either of these interest you, make sure that you check them out. And as always, guys, just again, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you in the next one for real this time. Peace.